greatest challenges that I face as a real estate broker is the constant challenge balancing my time with my clients. I'm not talking about my personal time with my clients, but just splitting my time with my clients. Because the perfect scenario for me is when I can spend all of my time with one client at a time and devote full attention to their search and the time that it takes to hunt down a property and show it and negotiate it and answer all their questions. Because I love doing that. I mean, that's really something I really take a lot of joy and take a lot of pride in. What generally happens is I'm introduced to a potential client, a buyer. Usually referrals is really most of my business now. Used to be just online business. I mean, we are generating 500 leads a month for our team, and I'm really not working any of those leads. I generally work leads that are referrals, people who find me on YouTube or Instagram, or a client who refers me. And that is taking up most all of my time. One of the greatest disappointments, though, that I have is that when I have a situation where 2 or 3 different buyers or sellers are in town and they need my time, and I want to give full attention to each one of those people. And it usually works out fine if I can schedule that, where people give me plenty of notice and I know a month or 2 or 3 in advance when they're coming into town. People that just show up in Bend, those are the ones that throw my whole program off. It's just, it's not to say that I don't love those clients. It's just that now I can't give them my full attention, and I can't give my full attention to those who I've had scheduled, So if let's just say I have a 1 month notice and I'm able to start watching properties, we're communicating, I have a really good feel what they want, they come into town, and I can spend a first meeting with people, usually, an hour. I let them know what the next day is going to look like. I have as many properties as I feel is comfortable, not too many. People are also usually on vacation, so they're balancing other activities. So I have to really form a schedule. It's really complicated because properties are coming and going, and I'm scheduling. I have to follow instructions for the listing. It's not like I can just go and do whatever I want to. Not to mention, we have 1,500 other real estate agents who are trying to schedule appointments as well. So when I get a plan scheduled and we get ready, there's a lot of preparation that goes into previewing properties, knowing what people are looking for, fine-tuning the list, and then we get it all dialed in. And a lot of times people will call me and say, "Oh, hey, listen, we had some, change of plans. Do you mind if we meet 2 hours later?" Oh, wow. That just cuts right into so much planning, but it does happen. And when it does happen, we try to modify and change the schedule as we need to. But when my plans, when it comes off perfectly, it usually means a great experience, really valuable time with my clients. And after I spend the first day with them, usually by the end of the day, if we haven't found something that they love, the second day, I like to usually have a break so that they can go and do something in town, skiing or float the river, whatever they want to do, and then reconvene on a third day. So that gives me time to reschedule with the information that I've learned from the first day. Many homes require a 24-hour notice. So, that's what we have to do. So now we're into our third day. I have a really good feeling. I usually nail it when I know what people want. As long as we have inventory to choose from, it's not a problem. But recently, inventory has been so low. We're down to about 1 week's worth of inventory, when a comfortable market would be more like 3 months worth of inventory. That would be so nice. We just don't have it right now. So what we've been doing is maybe 1 or 2 or 3 homes, and then in a week's period, if people come into town for a week, we might get another 2 or 3 opportunities that would be a potential fit, And if that's the case, then, we might get something. So that's kind of what it looks like, And what's really tough is, though, that in the middle of all of that focus, I end up with somebody that just shows up in town. They didn't call me. They just showed up and they say, hey, we're here in town for a few days and we want to look at some houses. And the struggle I have is that I want to roll out the red carpet, bring a great experience for them, and it makes it extremely challenging and stressful. And I can't take away from the clients that took the time to plan and give it to those who didn't. So, the best thing that I can do typically is meet with those people that just showed up and have one of the members of my team, usually my son or my daughter, and if they are too busy, then I would refer to other really valuable members of my team. Try to give those buyers the best options possible. But please, what I'm getting at here is, let's start talking 2-3 months ahead of time and really make sure that I have time scheduled for you and only you when you come into town. That's something that I like to do, and if we can do that, it's going to work out better, So I recently, you might have heard some of my other podcast shows where I talked about my trip to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And I was really disappointed because I know what I do when I have clients coming into town and the effort that I put into showing them around. And I couldn't get anybody to barely meet with me to just talk at a table. So it was really disappointing. I like what I do. I think that the level of concern and investment that we make into our clients is really valuable, and it definitely pays off in the end. So I really want to encourage you, don't call your real estate agent and have them call me. Just call me directly. I know, my contact information is on almost every podcast. It's on every YouTube video. I usually just put my cell phone number right there, but you can click on that link that I'll put in the drop down, and you can read all my reviews. You can, have a good feel. You can go to my Instagram or my Facebook, and you can really see who I am, and that's fine with me. I'm trying to be very transparent for that reason. So, I just want to make it a great experience for my clients and not make it something that's just shooting from the hip, because I feel like this is one of the most important purchases and investments that you're going to make, and I want to give the same level of concern and care that you would hope that I would put into it. So I'm available. My team is ready to, assist and help you guys, but help me out and call me, as far in advance as you can. Even if you don't have a date scheduled yet, let's start talking. Reach out to me, give me a call. My number here in Bend, my direct cell number, 541-797-9966. You can always just simply Google Paul Frazier, Bend, Oregon realtor, or go to YouTube and you can do the same, and you will find my channel and hundreds of videos that I'm constantly making, and you can get a chance to get to know who I am. So I hope this helps, just a little update, and I just wanted to throw it out there. As far as your planning goes, feel free to reach out, okay? Talk to you soon. Have a good day.